What's up, fellow Saiyans? Welcome to episode 20 of our Marvel Minipaints. And today, we're doing my personal favorite X-Men character next to, Wolverine, is Archangel. And at the end of this video, I'm also going to have the finished results of both Nightcrawler and Psylocke. They both had errors, whenever I was recording them, so I didn't get to capture them all. The video didn't... I don't have the video of. So, to start off Archangel, we're going to use Void Shield Blue for his skin. But the way I'll do it is after I show off Archangel finished, I'll just hop over, switch, and just show just them displayed of Psylocke and Nightcrawler. And Nightcrawler is one of my favorites too, and it sucked that I wasn't able to capture it. But next, for the blue parts of his costume, we're gonna use Ultramarine Blue. And using this paint, I shook it up and it came out one shade, and then halfway through when I went to add more, it came out a darker shade. So I mean, I didn't mind that whenever everything's all said and done, but this Ultramarine was very oily. And on this first layer through, I just kind of paint over a lot of the pink raised lines because, I mean, that's all detail brush work, and we're not even there yet. We're just trying to get the base coat on. I'm actually pretty excited to play as him. I haven't got a chance to actually play as Archangel yet, so I'm excited to see what he's all about. As you can see right there, it came in. You can see the two shades that are on my palette. But the darker shade is definitely what I was going for. But like I said before, I am excited to finally get to paint Archangel, as he is one of my favorite X-Men characters. When it's all said and done, I may purchase a secondary figurine of him just to do the X-Force variant. That's how much I like this figure. But for the base, underneath that gust of wind explosion underneath him, we're just going to cover this in ash gray. And I do this in separate parts. Like you can see, I went from the blue down to the bottom. And now I'm going to hop over to his wings. We're going to do that with gunmetal. But it's just to let the other areas dry without the other having to touch colors at all while they're still wet. And the wings on him are pretty large, so this does take a little bit to cover all the space. The background behind the character is he was Angel, which is one of the first 5 of the X-Men, and then Apocalypse tore his wings off and basically turned him into this. And we're gonna use desert yellow here for because I don't know if it was supposed to be an explosion or something underneath him, but I looked at it as more of like a wind gust of like debris and I don't know, just like dirt kicking up underneath him. That's why I went with desert yellow. But yeah, he gets his feathered wings ripped off by Apocalypse, replaced with the metal. He becomes Apocalypse's Horseman of Death, which I do have the figurine for the 4 Horsemen of Apocalypse. Now, for all the pink parts of his costume, we're going to use Warlock Purple. And I have to use a detail brush on this because I had to go do a lot of... I put some of this pink color on, and then I'd have to go back over with blue to cover up the mess-ups because of how thin and fine some of the lines are on his costume. It's a lot of back and forth work. Now, for in between the lines where we have the ash gray on the base of the figurine, like underneath the explosion, whatever you want to call it, we're going to follow the cracks in the ground with oak brown. Which, in hindsight, it would have been a better idea to do this before I applied the ash gray, but I didn't get the thought till after. So sometimes that's just how it works. go back with a detail brush and touch some stuff up real fast. With them fine lines, there's a lot of touch-ups. Now for his eyes, we're going to use moon dust because they're always yellow in the comics for some reason. Now for his teeth, he has slightly shows his teeth, so I'm just going to use mummy robes. I'm just barely going to touch his mouth with it. And I know you can't really see it, but I had to hold it super close to the light to be able to see what I was doing. Once he's all dried off and the paint's ready to dry, it's time to start your washing process. There's no actual regular flesh on him, so we're going to use soft tone. As well as the base. And the strong tone might be a little too dark, but we're going to try it out here. I don't think it did too bad as far as shading goes. I would much rather have like the blue wash that Army Painter makes, but so I don't have that yet. So for the wings, we're gonna try dark tone because it's metallic. And now, once that's finally dry, it's time to start our highlights. So we are going to use electric blue for the blue highlights on his costume. For the face, I just went back over with Void Shield blue, being that the other stuff is washed now, so it's a little bit darker, and just kind of went over the lighted areas. We're just going to just lightly apply this. And I just want to say, I am no way, shape, or form a professional. I'm just a guy just trying to learn how to do this. And now I have this weird Americana acrylic paint in baby pink, which I'm going to use as the pink highlights. Now, in hindsight, looking back at this, this is a little bit bright pink. I probably should have just added some mummy robes to the Warlock purple, because as you'll see when I'm done with this, I mean, I don't hate it, but it just ends up being way brighter than what I anticipated originally. You'll see what I'm talking about. Like, you could already see, it's almost like a whitish pink, which I should have, you know what I mean? Like I said, I don't hate it, but it's just, I could have did better. Next, for the wind explosion thing, we're going to use skeleton bone. We're going to dry brush it on. Next, for his wing highlights, I use shining silver because it's like 2 shades brighter than gunmetal is in the metallic category. I mean, you could use white, gray, whatever. I just wanted to try this out. And now for the base at the very bottom, like what the ash gray was, we're going to highlight that with mummy robes. And this is pretty much going to be Archangel for us. We'll get a close-up view in a second, and then it'll transition into Nightcrawler and then Psylocke later. This is Archangel. Like I said, I'm pretty satisfied with it. The pink I could have did better on, but I mean, whatever. I'm happy. I just want to play as him, damn it. I need to get a game going soon. And again, if you're just checking this out now, follow me on Twitch or Facebook. I do the live painting sessions there where I'm painting a full, the full 2 hour to 2.5 hour session it takes to paint one of these, as opposed to the 20-minute video you're seeing right now. Yeah, just head over there, follow me on there, or subscribe on YouTube to get notified of new episodes, because I'm going to try to keep pumping these out. And here's my Nightcrawler. I use some fluorescent colors at the bottom with his, like, Bamf. Like, I like how he turned out. It's very unfortunate that I don't have the video of me painting him. I'm just going to let this run through one more time, just so you guys get another look at Nightcrawler. So I'm pretty sure I used, I'm trying to think, Dragon Red, Pure Red, Necromancer Cloak for originally for the suit, and then I with Dark Tone on it. And I believe that's Mummy Robes for the gloves. The blue was Deep Blue, I think. With Warlock Purple for the original Bamf color, and then I used fluorescent colors over top of it. Moon dust for the eyes. Void Shield blue for the hair. And then we're going to hop over, and this is my Psylocke. I could have did a little better on the eyes. But everything else on her, I like how she turned out. I used a bunch of different little neon colors for her side blade. You can see I tried to make it look like it's glowing off the ground beneath her and off her feet, like off her boots, as well as the blade. When I do the spin back, you can see on the blade there's like a pinkish purple side to the other side of the blade. But yeah, that's going to be it for Archangel, Nightcrawler, and Psylocke. Unfortunately, you couldn't see the latter two, but that's all I got for you. As always, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and later, Saiyans.